All right, YouTube family, welcome to another episode. So in this video, I'm going to share with you, okay, what takes me 6 months to close my first deal. I'm going to show you how to do it in 60 days or less. We're going to cut out the BS. We're going to cut out the fluff. We're just going to get straight to the point where I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Now, if you enjoy this video and if it does add value to you, then be sure to, boom, smash the thumbs up. And if you're new to the family, be sure to, boom, smash the subscribe button. Comment in with any question that you got, and I'll do my best to answer, okay? Now, one thing I do want you to understand is that knowledge without execution is worthless. So the information I share with you work. The question is, do you work? Okay? So let's get rocking and rolling, okay? What took me 6 months? I'm going to share with you in like less than 60 minutes, okay? And how you can close your first or your next wholesale deal in the next 60 days or less. Okay, let's rock and roll. So here's step number 1. Okay, TikTok family, if you enjoyed yesterday's live, you're going to enjoy today's live. So this, for those of you, this is something that you can do part-time. You don't need a license to do this. Okay, this works in any city, any states. This is a great side hustle for those of you who wants to add on some extra income, who want to make some extra money, or eventually turn this side hustle into a full-time business and escape the J-O-B. Okay? So step number 1, I want you to sign up for this software called kingdata.ai. Okay? I want you to sign up for this software. It's called kingdata.ai. Okay? I wish that I had the software 12 years ago when I first got into real estate. It would have made my life a lot easier. It would have made me got a deal a lot quicker. It would have got me, dude, probably an extra few $1 million in the bank. Okay? But 12 years ago, technology is not like how it is today. Okay? So sign up for the software, and here is the list that I want you to pull. Okay? Like I said, we're going to cut out all the BS. We're just going to get straight to the point. So I want you to pull a list of absentee owner, okay? I want you to pull a list of tax delinquents and people who own their property free and clear. This is the 3 lists that I want you to target. So you can sign up for the basic plan, okay? Which allows you to pull this 3 lists that you can target. And you want the list, okay, to be around 5 to 10,000 homeowners that you can target. Okay? So you want the list to be between 5 to 10,000 homeowner that you can target. Got it? Here is step number 2. We're going to go quick, guys. Okay? The next thing I want you to do is I want you to, obviously, we got to find their phone number, so we got to skip trace. So step 2 is we got to skip trace that 5 to 10,000 address to find the owner phone number. Okay, so here's what you can do. All you need to do now with the software, what's cool about this software is that before that, you would have to download the list, and then you have to upload the list, and then you have to skip trace it to find the owner phone number, and you would have to pay about 10 cents, or actually 15 cents per address. But guess what, my friend? For everyone who signs up for the software, all of your skip tracing will be paid by your boy King Khang. So no more fees to skip tracing. And now what they have made it so much easier is that once you pull the list of these distressed property, automatically it will show you all the homeowner contact info, their phone number and the email address if they have any. Okay? That's what's cool. So once you pull the list, the skip trace, the address, the phone number is already there, ready to rock and roll. Here comes step number 3, okay? Wholesaling is actually very simple, okay? It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It is actually very easy. I shouldn't say very easy. It is very simple, okay? But most people just don't have the work ethic and the consistency to actually get the results, okay? So step number 3 is that now you get the phone number, okay? Here is what I want you to do, okay? The next thing is what we want to do is we want to cold call and we want to text blast them, okay? We want to cold call and we want to text blast. So all we're going to do is we're going to call them up. We're going to ask them to see if they're interested in selling the property, right? Or get a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer. I want you to call them, and I want you to text blast all the 5,000, 10,000 homeowner, okay? This is a numbers game, okay? So once again, we're trying to accomplish this in the next 60 days or less, okay? Call them up, and if they say yes, they want to receive a cash offer from you, here is the formula you will use to actually put that property under contract so you can actually make a profit. You ready for this? So here's the formula, okay? It's ARV minus 30%. This is what the investor want to make, minus the repair, whatever it costs to fix the property up, minus your fee, whatever it is you want to make, okay? And that is your offer to the seller, okay? So let me say it again. So it's ARV, which is after repair value. So we want to figure out what the property worth after it's all fixed up. You take 30% from that because that's what the investor wants to make on their money is 30%. Minus the repair, whatever it costs to fix the property up, minus whatever you want to make. For me, my offer would have, I want to make about $25,000. Okay? And then that would be your offer to the seller. Got it? Okay. So step number 4, now that you got on the phone with the seller, you make the offer, you make the call. Let's just say you got a seller that say, hey, boom, they accept your offer. The next thing is I want you to use this, go to this, it's called DocuSign.com. This is where you upload your purchase and sell contract to the site where you can send email to the seller and you can get the seller to sign the contract electronically. This is how you get electronic signature from the seller. It does not need to be notarized. Does not need to be notarized, okay? And you want to lock that property under contract for at least 30 to 60 days. That's what we want, okay? The longer you have it locked up in a contract, okay, the more time it allows you to find the right buyers and the buyer that can pay you the most for the deal. So the longer you lock it up, the better it is, okay? So you want to lock it for 30 to 60 days at least. Got it? So now you got an execute purchase and sale contract between you and the seller. You have it locked up for at least 60 days. What do you do next? Now here comes step number 5. I'm giving it all to you guys under 30 minutes here. Oh, TikTok family, we're climbing up. We're climbing up to 300 people on live. Okay? So for everyone on TikTok, okay, if you guys want the free contract, my purchase and sell contract, my assignment contract, my double closing contract, like all the contract and the paperwork that you need to actually go and wholesale, this is only for TikTok family. We need to get to 500 people live. The next time I check the live, if we have 500 people on, I'll give it to you for free. Okay? Let's rock and roll. So here's step number 5. So now that you got the property in the contract, so TikTok family, do your magic. Give this video a share, double tap the screen, and let's rock and roll. Okay? So now that you got the property locked up in a contract for 30 to 60 days, the next thing is, now we got to start selling, cash buyer. Now we got to start finding our buyer for the deal, okay? So now it's time to find the cash buyer. Cash buyer, these are typically investor who wants to buy, fix, and flip the property, or who wants to buy it, fix it, and keep it as a long-term rental. So they either a house flipper or they are a landlord, long-term landlord, okay? So here's how we find them. There's many ways to find them, but know what I know today. You don't need to spend a bunch of ways. I'm going to give you 2 ways that if the number makes sense, you should be able to get it sold, okay? Way number 1 is Facebook Marketplace. We all know Facebook Marketplace, man. You post your deal on there, okay? Facebook Marketplace. Avenue number 2, go back to the software. KingData.ai. Go back to the software, take the property address that you already have on the contract, plug it into the software, and literally one click of a button, it'll show you all the cash buyer that's currently buying in the area, and then it has all their contact info, their email address, and their phone number. Call them up, pitch them your deal, and see if you can sell for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 more. Just to give you guys a little motivation. My biggest wholesale deal is $212,000. And that came from a single family home. Okay? One of my students just closed his big deal for $170,000. This is his biggest assignment. My other one closed his biggest deal for $288,000. And of course, if you follow my Instagram, we have one that just sold and made $5,000. Another one that just made $10,000. Of course, there are smaller deals and then bigger deals, right? But I'm just showing you how possible this can be. One deal can change your life. That's my point. Okay, so now let's just say that you're able to go here and use this and you're able to find a buyer for your deal. Step number 6, here's what you do. Okay, I'm trying to wrap this up under 30 minutes for you, okay? Okay, here is step number 6. So now that you got a buyer that is ready to go, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have the buyer sign what's called an assignment contract. Okay, you're going to have them sign what's called an assignment contract. And it's the same thing. You're going to upload it onto this site called DocuSign.com. You're going to upload it onto here. Okay, this way the buyer can sign the contract electronically. Once again, it does not need to be notarized. Now, once you get the signed contract from the seller, you got the signed contract from the seller, you got the assignment contract from the buyer. Here's step number 7. Okay? Here is step number 7. Step number 7 is you're going to send both of those contracts over to a local title company. You're going to send it over to the local title company. They're going to do the rest of the work and they will get you paid. Okay? So they're going to call the buyer up and they're going to be like, hey, Mr. Buyer, you need to bring in $250,000. Okay? And out of the $250,000, let's just say that you got the contract with the seller for $225,000. So the title is going to send $225,000 to the seller. Okay, the remaining $25,000, they're going to call you up and they're going to be like, hey, Mr. John, Mr. whoever it is, or Mrs. whoever it is, how do you want to get paid? They can either wire the $25,000 straight into your bank account, or they can send you a cashier check. But that is how wholesaling is. Okay? 13 minutes. Now, a lot of you, I'm telling you, here is how I'm going to show you. Okay? So YouTube family, comment in your city, your states. I'm going to pull up the software that I was talking about, and I'm going to show you how I can just go into your city, your states, from a completely different states and pull a list of exactly what we just talked about. Okay? I'm going to pull a list of absentee owner, people who owe tax delinquents, okay, and then anyone who own a property free and clear. I'll show you how it is right now. So comment in your city, your states, and let's rock and roll. All right, TikTok. See, we got to 500. Ooh, we're so close. Once again, TikTok family, if we get to 500 people on the live, the next time I checked, I'll hook you guys up with all the contract that you need to actually start closing deals. Okay? So Derek said we got Houston, Texas. So here we go, TikTok. I'm going to flip this around, okay? Okay, I'm going to show you this badass software. Oh, by the way, for those of you, if you need a wholesaling book, this is the only book that you need for wholesaling. All right, YouTube family, if you want to grab a copy, over 600 5-star review on Amazon, thanks to you guys, okay? All you need to do is go to WTMbook.com and get a copy, okay? It's the only book that you need. Just like how I am, it's short, sweet, straight to the point. You can probably finish reading this book within an hour. Less than an hour, okay? Derek said I purchased the software. Let's go, Derek. Let me know how you like it, Derek. Okay, TikTok, can you see? Okay, okay, TikTok can see the screen. Watch this. I'm going to I just show you guys, all right? I just tell you guys how to do it. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to share my screen. So, okay, so click share screen here. And then we're going to go to, so here's the software. Okay, so there's the software. It's called KingData.ai. So we're going to go into Houston, Texas for Derek. So comment in your city, your state, TikTok, and I'll show you how it's done, okay? What software do you have? It's called kingdata.ai. We're going to go into Houston, Texas. So all you do is once you sign up for the software, here's what here is your dashboard and what it looks like. If you need more training video on the software, click on training video. If you need to contact their support, boom, there they are, okay? Easy. All you do is now go into property leads, okay? Then we're going to go in, we're going to put Houston, Texas. Ah, shit, I can't even spell Houston. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on a second. Houston, H-O-U-S-T, okay, H-O-U-S-T-O-N. Houston, Texas. Here we go, boom. Okay. Can we get to 500? Oh, TikTok family, we're not getting to 500. Oh, man, okay. So now there's 700,000. That's too big. Houston, Texas is really, really big. Okay, we're losing view, so maybe we need to flip it around this way, okay? You guys want to see me instead of seeing the screen. Got it. Okay, so now we're going to hit filter. Okay, we're going to get rid of apartments. We're going to get rid of others. We're going to get rid of townhomes. We're going to get rid of condos. I'll give you guys all the contract that you need to get started today for free. Look at this, okay? YouTube family, do you see this? And now we're going to go and we're going to target absentee owner. Houston, Texas is really, really big. So it's a massive list. Look, tax delinquent itself. There's 10,000 people in Houston, Texas that are in tax default. 40,000 absentee owner, there's 10. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So that's so that is if we get rid of this, okay? So absentee owner. So basically, if we list stack, so we get rid of absentee owner. This is what it'll tell you, okay? So currently, right now, there are 40,000 people in Houston, Texas that are in tax default, which means if they don't pay their property tax, they're going to lose it to the city or the county. So there's a lot of motivation. As you can see, absentee owner, there's 10,000 absentee owner. Okay? And then free and clear. These are the three lists that we target, right? Free and clear, 21,000 people. The reason it's 21,000 people who own their property free and clear in Houston, Texas that you can target. So just by these three lists already, you already know that there are more opportunity, more than 5,000 to 10,000 people. Okay, Jose said, what is the website? Jose is called kingdata.ai. And for any one of you, watch this. Okay, so here's the software. It's called kingdata.ai. So now we're going to go in and we're just going to say, hey, we want tax delinquent and absentee owner. Okay, and then we're going to pull up the results. Okay, there's 10,000 here, 10,000 here. There's 6,000 free and clear. So the results show us that there's 10,000 people that we can target. Okay. Now, all you need to do is go through the list. So let's just say we click on this property right here. Bam. Just like so. It get rid of all the hassle, all the headaches of upload, download, take it to another software to skip trace. You click on it, all your skip tracing will be paid for. So you will get access to the homeowner and their email address. Here's their mobile number. Here's the email address. And if they are on the do not call list, it will show you right here so you don't call them. Boom, just like that, okay? All you need to do is call them up. Once again, it's a numbers game. You're going to get a lot of no's, but all you need, my friend, is one yes. One yes can make you 25K. And imagine if you just do that once a month. Just one time a month, that is it. And now for some of you, be like, oh, Khang, well, maybe I don't think I can do it one time a month. Well, what if you do one deal every 3 months? That is still an extra $100,000 a year that you can add to your current income. Okay? And the reason, when I say this is very realistic. I do believe that every single one of you can close one deal a month. If not, one deal every 3 months. It's extremely achievable. And it's very, very realistic. Okay? If you implement the strategy that I share with you. And if you stay committed, and you got to be consistent. This is not like, oh, I'm going to try for 30 days and see how it goes. This is like you got to lock in for at least, I would say, for you to see any kind of results, give it 3 months. Give it at least 3 months. And you can't just try, but you got to give it everything you got. Okay? So if you want to figure out what the property's worth, the ARV, boom, you hit comparables. Like everything is at your fingertips right here. So now we want to, hey, let's just say we want to figure out what this property is worth. All you need to do, my friend, hit on comparables. It will show you everything that is sold. And all you do now is matching apples to apples. And you can run your comps right there, right in front of you. Okay? Derek said, I have the basic plan right now. Derek, which is good, man. The basic plan is what you need to get started, Derek. And the list that I share with you, Derek, is on the basic plan. Okay? And you get up to 25,000 leads, Derek, that you can pull a month. Now that I got the list, now that I got the phone number, all I'm going to do now is start calling and texting. Call, text, call, text, call, text. Okay? And another thing I want to share with you guys really quick too is before we jump on to the next step is you see everything here, Derek, that is highlighted in blue? I don't know if you have done this, Eric, but you need to reach out to all of these wholesalers. You see how it said wholesale deal? Click on contact seller, Derek. And it will take you straight to that wholesaler that has the property in a contract, Derek. You need to reach out to them and start JVing. Which is if they were going to, so they already have a property in a contract. You reach out to them, get the information on the property, find the buyer, connect them with a buyer, and make a 50-50 split. If they're going to make $20,000 on that deal, you make 10. If they're going to make $50,000 on the deal, Derek, you make 25K. It's a 50-50 split. You're leveraging the software, getting access to other wholesale deal. Why not? While you're trying to find your own deal, you can also help people find a buyer for their deal and make some money at the same time. Okay? Now, once you got that, the next thing is finding cash buyer, right? So here's what we're going to do. And another thing I want to share with you about this software, that majority of you don't know how powerful this software is. But me and Jenna, another real estate investor, she's been in the game for 11 years. We did a full tutorial video on this software and how powerful this software is. And let me explain. The software is integrated with ChatGPT. Okay? So you can go into the software and you can actually tell it what to do. You can say, hey, I live in Pennsylvania, PA. Can you tell me what is the hottest market or what is the hottest zip code in my city or in my states that I can target? And can you tell me how many buyer is buying in that area? And can you also pull me a list of people of all the property that's currently vacant and is also in pre-foreclosure? And bam, it will do all of that for you within minutes. Now, if you want a full tutorial on that YouTube video, it was like an hour and something long. The link will be in my description. All right, YouTube family, link is in my descriptions. Just check out that video. It will blow you away. Like dude, wholesaling has never been so much simpler than what happened than what it is today. So before that, you would have to hire a VA or an admin to pull the list for you, to skip trace the list for you, to figure out what is the hottest market to target to go in. This software does it all right there, leveraging AI. It's just insane. You can also say, hey, you know what? Now that I got a property on a contract, here's the address to the property. Can you pull up all the buyers that's buying in that area? And then it'll pull up all the buyers and say, hey, can you now send it over to me, right? Hey, put it in a spreadsheet and then boom. Now you can just blast your deal out to all that buyers by just telling that AI to do what you need it to do, okay? Where can I download? So you have to sign up, man. So the software is called kingdata.ai, okay? But if you want to check out the full tutorial on the AI and how it integrates with the software, the link is in my description, okay? And that video will blow you away. Will blow you away, okay? All right, TikTok, let me check again. Oh, we're down. We're down. Okay, we're down. We're down. All right. So any other questions? So all you need to, oh yeah, buyers. I'm sorry, I was going to show you the buyer. So all we're going to do now is going to go back into the software. So let's just say you got a property in a contract. Okay, you lock it up for 30 to 60 days. The next thing is we're going to go into the software. Okay, and all we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the list. And obviously, it's not going to be Houston, Texas, because you're not going to try to find buyers in the whole entire Houston, Texas. But what we're going to do is all you need to do is put in the property address right here or the zip code right here. But in this case, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put in Houston, Texas again, okay? Because I don't have an address. We put in Houston, Texas, and then we're going to go to filter, and then we're going to say, hey, I want, okay, we're going to get rid of this, leave the townhouse, and we're going to, hey, I just want cash buyer. Boom. You click on cash buyer, and there are 168,000 cash buyer in Houston, Texas that you can reach out and sell your deal to. Okay? There's so like before that, when I decided to go into another city, I would have to spend months doing research, figuring out, hey, how am I going, one is build up my cash buyer list. Okay, number two is I need to figure out, hey, how do I know it's a good market or a bad market to go in so I don't waste my marketing money, right? But with this software, I can literally go into Jose, I can go into Derek, I can go to anybody, city and states, and I can start generating my cash buyer just like that. Just by, hey, it'll tell you everybody is buying, boom. And then you click on it, all the phone number, the email address, everything is right there for you. Boom. And then you can start sending out your text blast. You can start calling them, whatever it is that you want. Now, also too, for those of you who have a bigger budget, who's like, hey, Khang, I don't want to be cold calling people, right? I want people to call me. So instead of you outreach, you have the seller calling you. Here is what I would do if you're in that position. Maybe you're working a full-time jobs and you're just busy. Your schedule is just busy, okay? And your time is very tight, but you have the capital. You get the money to spend on marketing. Then here is what I would do, okay? So what we're going to do is, let's just say that we're going to go Houston, Texas. We're going to go back. We're going to get rid of cash buyer. We're just going to focus on absentee owner. Okay. So there's tax delinquents. Okay. And then all you need to do is you hit on direct mail, and bam. You can set up your mailing campaign all directly from the software, and it only takes you about maybe like five minutes or so, but that would cost you a lot because that's a big list, right? So you want to really narrow down the list. So you have a bigger budget to wholesale, to send out direct mail. Here is what I would do if I were you. So this is too big of a list, okay? So let's go back. Let's put in Houston, Texas again, okay? Let me show you how to narrow down the list so that way you're targeting niche people, not everybody, because you're not going to have the capital for that. It's too much. So now we're going to get rid of condos. We're going to get rid of townhouse. We're going to get rid of apartment. Oh, shoot, where's my, hold on a second. I want to leave multifamily in there, but it's gone. So now we got a single family. And now what you want to do is you be like, hey, I want to target everybody that are vacant and that are in tax delinquents, okay? And that own their property free and clear. So which means what you're doing here is you're narrowing down the list to very, very small. So now there's 5,000 people instead of 100-something thousand people, okay? So 5,000 people, and then now you can send out your direct mail. Now, let's just say that 5,000 is still too big of a list. Then what you need to do is you can narrow down even more. You'll be like, you know what? I want it to be in tax delinquents, it's owned free and clear, and maybe it's also in pre-foreclosure. Now we're going to narrow the list down to even more. There's 10 people. There's 10 people in Houston, Texas that own it free and clear, in tax delinquents, and also in pre-foreclosure. Now you can send out 10 mailers, 10 postcards, or 10 letters to this homeowner, right? And it won't cost you that much. Now, what's crazy about the software is you can actually tell it to do all of that for you. So earlier you see how I do it manually. Well, you can just tell the software to do it for you. You can say, hey, I want you to pull all the lists that are in Houston, Texas, that's an absentee owner, that are in tax delinquents and own their property free and clear. Okay? And I want you to set up a mailing campaign for me. Boom. And it will send it out for you. I want you to send this homeowner one postcard every month. And it will do all of that for you without you even doing it the work. That is what's crazy about this software. Like this, the AI just getting insane. So your admin, before that, like I said, I would have to hire a VA, but now my VA, we just show them this. Dude, she now has so much more time on her hands. Now what she's doing is she's JVing deals. So now we're reaching out to other wholesaler that has a property on a contract and then JV with them. But it makes things a lot easier. All right? AI is just getting insane. Okay? So once again, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys that are here. I hope this helps. This quick video will help you out. TikTok family, hold on a second. Let me flip the camera around. Okay, whoa, it's really dark in here with the TikTok on. Okay, I think I'm going to shut it off. Okay, YouTube family, what do we got? What do we got here? Okay, any question you guys got before I go off? Lon just called me too. All right, guys, YouTube family, I appreciate each and every single one of you that's here. Once again, knowledge without execution is worthless. So make sure you put in the work and stay consistent and committed. At least, minimum, commit at least 3 months of actually trying this out. Give it 3 months. And you got to give it everything you got within that 3 months. Don't slack. And imagine in those 3 months, if you're able to make $25,000 in those 3 months, just from one yes. That is a big payday. That's a big payoff. All right? Finally, last but not least, for those of you who's like, hey, Khang, how can I work with you and your team? How can I get a hands-on mentorship or coaching? All you need to do is go to coachwithkhang.com, fill out the application, book call with my team. I love to work with you. I love to see you inside of my Wholesale to Million Academy, where we're going to actually take you by your hands and show you every step of the way and give you the support, the guidance, the tool, the training, the resource, everything that you need to actually close your first or your next deal, cut down your learning curve, and get to the winning path a lot quicker. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I hope that this adds value to you. Until next time, take care, and let's go get this money. I'm out.